If you haven't thought about this question, you need to delete social media right now. One of the biggest shifts in society has been the presence of social media. It's opened our world up in ways we couldn't have imagined, changing our lives forever. Some people have really benefited from social media. It's changed their careers and financial situations completely. It's helped them to feel closer to people who are far away and given them the space to thrive. But we all know the negative effects of social media. I'd even go as far to say that it's ruined people's lives.
An increase in suicide rates.
Unrealistic standards.
Intense insecurity and self-hatred.
And you might be one of them. It all depends on one simple question. Why are you on social media? If you don't know why you're on social media, then it means you don't know how to use social media. And if you don't know how you're using social media, it means it's using you. It means you're mindlessly scrolling, not thinking about what you're getting in return. Social media platforms aren't free like you think they are. The companies running these platforms might not be selling you a product, but that's because you are the product. Everyone is competing for your attention and profiting from it. And whenever there's profit to be made, it means you should be getting something in return. You don't just walk into a store, hand over some money, and walk out empty-handed. So when you're on social media, what do you walk out with? And this is where you have to get real with yourself. So I signed up to Instagram after years of not having it because my cousin gave birth to twins. And at the time, we weren't close enough for her to send me updates or photos. So having Instagram was the only way for me to feel like I was part of their life. And in that way, I've actually been able to watch them grow up, and I've become close to my cousin as a result. 5 years ago, we barely knew each other, and now I could go to her if I needed something, and the twins were actually ring bearers at my wedding. So yeah, Instagram can connect you with people, but I think it only really makes sense if you're not close to that person in real life already, or if you have limited ways of communicating with that person. I don't go on Instagram to see what my friends are up to because, to be honest, as much as I love my friends, if they upload a selfie of them looking really cute or like a photo of them in Spain, it really has no bearing whatsoever in my life. Like it just doesn't bring me any value. And I know that makes me sound like a bitch, but the thing is, it's the equivalent of you going to someone's house because you want to see a photo of them. You would never do that, right? Like you would go to their house because you want to spend time with them and talk to them. Like, does that make sense? Because their photos are special to them. They're not that special to us. Yeah, if I go on Instagram for something else and I see a photo of my friend, of course I will like and comment it, but I don't go on Instagram just to see those photos. And yes, my friends are beautiful and talented, but surely friendship shouldn't be defined by us liking each other's posts. And I don't want to let myself get drained by social media for my friends, even with my family and my friends, both of them. I know if there's anything going on in their life that they want to share, like good news, they'll message or call about it. Like I don't need to go on Instagram for that. Obviously, I'm now on the internet because I create online. When you share your hobbies, interests, thoughts, business, or ideas on social media, I think there's some really obvious benefits to you. So I was able to change my career into something more creative. I've been able to connect with so many more people, grow in confidence, and just learn more about myself. So even though I do sometimes get negative comments, for the most part, I've been able to receive more benefits from social media from using it in that way. But I also think that when you do share on social media, as well as thinking about the value that you're going to receive, you should also think about the value that you're trying to give. So back in the day, when I used to have Instagram, like a long time ago, I used to post photos of myself on holiday with witty captions like vitamin C. I was gonna say vitamin D, vitamin C. But Really, what value was I trying to give others, and what value was I trying to receive? And I don't mean to offend anyone by saying this, but for me personally, I know I was only sharing those things because that's what everyone else was doing, and I thought it was cool. But it wasn't helping anyone, and it wasn't even serving me because it was all about validation, and in the end, it just made me feel more insecure. Maybe I'm being too serious about this. Like, I know I'm probably gonna get comments saying social media doesn't have to be that deep. But the thing is, we all know that social media affects us in this negative way. And I think it's just a good thing to have awareness about how we might be contributing to that in others. But then, of course, not everyone has to share online as well. It doesn't matter how niche your interest is. You'll always find something that you can learn from or get inspired by. So if this is why I use social media, curate your platforms to serve those interests. Don't then follow other accounts just because you feel like you should. Sometimes even those accounts that do serve your interests might make you feel crap after a while. And honestly, the second an account stops being a source of inspiration or education for you, just unfollow it. Don't let yourself get trapped in this downward spiral because remember, social media is transactional. Don't give energy to the things that don't give back to you. In the same way that you watch Netflix because it feels good, there's a lot on social media that can also make you feel good. I mean, like sometimes I watch YouTubers not because I'm learning anything, but just because they help me to switch off. And I get so many memes and TikTok videos sent to me by my family. Especially since we got a dog, we find dog videos so funny and entertaining. And being entertained means that for those moments, we get to escape the realities of life and just feel lighter. But the thing is, you wouldn't watch Netflix every other 5 minutes whilst you're at work, right? So social media has to be the same. When you're being entertained by social media, you have to think about how long you want to escape reality for and not forget that real life exists too. So those are the 4 main reasons why I use social media. I'm sure there are other reasons, but the point is just have a reason. You know, like follow Kylie Jenner if she inspires you with her makeup. But if you don't have any reason to follow her, then don't be surprised if following her makes you feel shit about your own life, because you've actively chosen to look at someone else's life and give away your energy, knowing that you won't get anything in return. Mindless scrolling does nothing for you. If an account or platform doesn't align with your reason for being on social media, click unfollow. And if you have no reasons to be on social media at all, then delete it right now.